I am your father, Darth Tucklow. Join the light side. I pulled my hood up because it's chilly in here. I just came out here. Nick and I had to go put fuel in Linda's Navigator because Monday she'll be taking the babies to school. I'll be picking them up. It got cold. I left the heat on low in here last night and I came in and it was chilly in here, so I just turned it up to medium. I'm not going to turn it on high. I've still got COVID, COVID, so does Linda. She's feeling better than I am. We both had a relapse due to the cold, I think. It just got really chilly, and it got down pretty cold last night. It's 46, it says right now, but let me see what the other weather service says. If it'll come up. Yeah, it's saying 46 on it. Tonight it'll be down to 26. Winter's here, folks. Let me reduce that. Haven't spoken to Jerry, haven't spoken to Matt, haven't spoken to Mike. Nick and I did a drive-through a while ago on Fun Valley. The reason I did that, I just felt like doing a drive-through, see how the lake over there is doing. Also wanted to look through Hobo Village over there that Diane calls Catfish Cove. The reason for that, I think it was yesterday, Matt was telling me that he chased a homeless guy with a backpack on a small four-wheeler. He said it was smaller than his, and his I think is a 125 or 150. He let my grandkids ride it. And he said the guy was doing 55 miles an hour. He finally caught up with him, told him not to be coming in there. There needs to be a gate put up. But they've got so much on their plate right now, it's not even funny. And they're not alone. Everybody's embroiled in all kinds of stuff. Whoa. Just a second. I didn't come out here to do anything, really. I hadn't intended to do a vlog. I just thought, well, I need to. I can't track my package with my laptop in the house, so I've got a guitar and guitar case. It's in Hutchins, Texas, which is down in Dallas County, so it's liable to get here today. I don't know. Today or tomorrow. Lynn and I won't be going to church tomorrow. We're still sick. And I don't know that I'm contagious. I don't want to run the chance. I love everybody in my church family. And I'll tell you something, this COVID stuff ain't any fun. I'm going to tell you that right now. I've had better days. I'm not gonna complain though. I am so much better than I was 3-4 days ago. I mean, it was brutal. Ow. The thing that seems to be affecting this go around, though, is not my hearing, and it is a little bit, but it's my knees. It's really creating problems for my knees. That irritates me. Nick's not feeling well. Brandon's not feeling well. They'll be retesting with a home testing kit tomorrow evening, and if they test positive, they won't be going to work. Oh man. Not a whole lot going on today. I'm going to do this and get it uploaded and look at some stuff online out here. Linda has stopped letting Ashton use her computer because he's been buying stuff online, and the only credit card listed online is mine, and he can't really do it off of his little Chromebook, I don't think. So he's relegated to doing artwork and other stuff on his Chromebook. He's precious, don't get me wrong. I'm not mad at him. He's 13 years old, but emotionally and the way he's autistic, he's about level with an 8-year-old. About my granddaughter Zara Rose level, and that's got me upset. No, it doesn't. It enables me to understand him a little better. I'm not real clear of thought right now. If you haven't noticed, I'm having issues. Just a second. I had a Taipei beef and broccoli Chinese meal for breakfast. Brandon bought my wife and I, his mom and dad, these little Nukem microwave, these little meals, and ate them. She ate one and I ate one, and some couple of Pop-Tarts, and that's what I had for breakfast. And no, I'm not violating my diabetes deal before anybody gets started on me. I have a problem with low blood sugar in the mornings. I have to ingest some kind of sugar to get things going, and carbohydrates. My diabetes has weirded out my doctor and some specialists. They've examined me top to bottom. Most folks, when they get sugar diabetes type 2, the first thing that starts going is their feet. Well, my feet are just fine. Right now I can feel the wrinkle in my right sock and the insole on my left boot. In other words, my feet are fine. I just have them basically be dead in the morning when I get up. But after I get up and blood starts circulating, they're fine. The problem I have are my hands. From the elbow down in the mornings, I can't feel them. I can make them do what I want them to do, but it's a very rare thing when that happens with diabetics first. And unfortunately, they have in the past amputated someone's hands due to diabetes. I had to do some hard research, but usually they don't get as neglected as feet because you see them, you know, they're up in the upper part of your body. But my neuropathy is not completely due to diabetes. It's also due to other things I have wrong with me. I did get a text message from my brother Chris the other day, in case Lisa or Randy and the rest of my family is watching this. He's back in the hospital. I don't know if he's out yet, having fluid taken off of his heart. He has congestive heart failure. My mother had it, my grandmother had it, my grandfather had it. I don't have it. My mother didn't die of that. She died of stage 4 lung cancer, but she had the other. She did not have bad arterial clogging, clogged arteries. Neither one of us did. And neither did my grandmother, Artie Mae Shockley. She died of complications due to diabetes and congestive heart failure, but she was also, pushing 90 years old when she died. The thing is, the one thing that my mother, my grandmother, and I always did, and there are medical experts that will tell you this is a bunch of bunk, but we all loved hot peppers. And my son Nick does. I'll have Cholula or Tabasco hot sauce on everything I eat. I'll go to Boomerang Diner to eat beans and cornbread, or even when I eat catfish or I eat a breakfast there, the waitresses know me. They bring two things that they already know. I'll have a cup of hot coffee sitting on the table waiting for me, and I'll have a bottle of Cholula hot sauce, and I put it on everything. It's how I do stuff. But that, I really believe that is attributed to my not having to have heart surgery. I did have some stents put in, but that was due to collapsed arteries, not due to clogged arteries. And they collapsed due to a mosquito. Whole nother story. Bit me, and I got West Nile and went straight to my arterial health into my heart. Dr. George Croissant questioned me. My oldest adopted son, Dale and Linda, came a couple of days later and picked me up at the hospital, or a day after I spent the night. But Dr. Croissant queried me. There's two things he came to my room for. The first thing he came to my room for when I was in the hospital, heart hospital, he had all 11 of my books that I'd written that were published, and I had to autograph them for him. That's the second doctor I've had to do that. I think it's third. My ophthalmologist also wanted, it's interesting. The guy that did the surgery on my left shoulder to repair the broken scapula and all that, when I was in the recovery room, he came and brought I think 8 of the books and autographed them. And then Dr. Garber wanted them, and I autographed them for him, and then Dr. Croissant brought them. So I thought that was really cool. Have fans in the medical profession, but what started all that was my original doctor was a huge fan. She listened to my radio shows and ordered my books. That's 4. I autographed them for her too. But the second thing that Dr. George Croissant wanted to know when he came to my hospital room, he just said, at your age and the fact you're obese, and the fact that you had a heart attack would concern me, but what concerns me more is we sent a camera. You've got no sludge in your arteries. So I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to be honest with me. Do you over-exercise even though you're fat? And I said, no, I don't. And his second question, do you eat hot peppers? And I said, every chance I get. I knew it, And he tried to get his colleagues to understand that does contribute to heart health. That and this does. Coffee. A lot of people don't believe that, but coffee contributes to heart health. It also contributes to brain health. And speaking of that, I'm going to get another cup. I worked with a guy named Charles Hallmark, Dr. Charles Hallmark. Extremely good man, very good. He was one of the few medical geniuses I ever hung around. And he also, he had written articles, even though he is a naturopath, but he had written articles that had been published in New England Journal of Medicine, believe that or not, but it is checkable. You can find out he did. And one of the things he researched was the effect of coffee on the human brain. And he had the equipment to do that. He and Dana, his wife, had a little clinic. It's no longer an operating clinic. When Chuck died, it stayed open for about a year, and then she shut it down. Because even though she claimed to be the brains of the outfit, it was Charles E. Hallmark that was the brains. But and I love Dana. I'm not bad-mouthing her. I'm just saying she had a genius IQ in other directions. And he had a genius IQ for medicine. But he healed a lot of people. He really did. But he was one of the smartest guys I've ever met. My wife and my sons and I loved the man dearly. And he was a great friend. But one particular article he wrote that was published was the biological impact of coffee, the other properties of coffee, not the caffeine. And it was written well enough and researched well enough, they did publish it. But those two things have kept me from basically ending up in a hospital due to cardiac failure or strokes. And I've had a couple of strokes. There are those that would dispute that and tell me I'm just full of it, I don't know what I'm talking about. Fine, that's your opinion. My opinion matters too. But the big thing I'm looking at in my life right now, the number one thing I'm looking at, is seeing if I can help other people. And that sounds crazy, but that really is what I'm all about. Because I have harmed a lot of people in my life. Now I want to help people. You can't buy your way into heaven, but it just makes me feel better. And it helps me show my appreciation to God for all He's done for me and mine. And He has. We're bountifully blessed. It's getting a little warmer in here, but it's still chilly. I'm not going to turn it up to high though. I'll just leave it where it's at. Now, I'm sorry about rambling. I didn't mean to. I want you to know, if you're watching this, I do love you with my whole heart, I do. And I want God to bless you with everything I've got that I can want with, and I do want God to bless you. I want you to be kind, like that sign up there says, because kindness begets kindness. It really does. Random acts of kindness have profound effects. They really do. Also, I want you to have a good relationship with God. I want you to pray. Prayer changes things. It really does. Prayer works. It's one of the most powerful tools our Creator gave us, is prayer. So pray. Pray for others and pray for yourself, and be kind. Kindness is key to the whole thing. Love you, God bless you, and bye.